you lost your keys, and I'm also sorry that you got to see the different energy.
My laptop just died, but I sent my email.
Okay. Yeah, so I love all of these graduate schools. I just want you guys to apply to as many as you can and get the most money you can. Last year, somebody got $48,000. Did all of you go to UC?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't go. You can go next year. What year do you graduate? So, year and a half. Okay. Do you want to go to grad school? Maybe that's the next question.
Yeah.
It's only one more year. That's why it's so cool. Because we're accredited, you guys take one more year and you can get a clinical license, own your own private practice, be a practicing social worker.
They warned us out though. No, y'all warned us
Yeah.
out. Like as soon as I got back,
You passed out for 12 hours
No,
straight.
take that back.
You went out for a minute.
I went out for a minute and then I went to sleep and I was just tired the whole day.
What time did you get home at? 9:15?
Yeah, about 9:30.
Yeah.
Gosh, man. Were they, so I was not able to come back. Did they get pissed about that, do you think?
On Saturday?
It was Saturday.
No, I don't think so. Only because it was so hectic, like after the game and stuff.
It was. Okay.
It's just it's on camera. Let me know if you're not,
Okay.
not able to access it.
I should be able to get in there. Is it just on Outlook and my email and then Canva? Do you have to sign in? Who was your all's teacher you connected with the most, do you think?
Miss Hope. Our progressive doctor.
Miss Pope does good.
She is.
I like her.
Dr. Pope,
Yeah.
the soon-to-be Dr.
I
Pope.
like Ebony too, though.
She used to teach here.
Yeah. It must have been before my time. 'Cause I
She was up until about 2019, pretty much, 2020.
I didn't get into 2020.
There you go.
Yay.
Does that work?
I wish I would have got to talk to that one lady more, the one with the short hair. I read her name.
Ebony. That's
Yeah.
Ebony. She probably gave you all her number, too. She usually gives out her number and stuff.
So wait, how am I gonna click for the slides?
Do you have to click play or something? Is that the catch? You gotta hit play. Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so I chose to do anxiety, not like a specific anxiety disorder, but like anxiety as a whole. Oh, my name is Precious. Okay, so what is anxiety? This is the definition that I thought fit. Anxiety is a feeling of fear, dread, or uneasiness. It might cause you to sweat, feel restless and tense, have a rapid heartbeat. It can be a normal reaction to stress. For example, you might feel anxious when faced with a difficult problem at work, or before taking a test, or before making an important decision. This is the DMX-5 definition. Anxiety disorders. Can't talk. Anxiety disorders include disorders that share. Can't talk. That share features of excessive fear and anxiety and related behavioral disturbances. Can't talk. Fear is the emotional response to real or perceived imminent threats, whereas anxiety is Anxiety is the anticipation of future threats. Okay, this is how social workers can help people with anxiety disorder. Assessing and identifying anxiety by promoting mental health awareness, educating clients on mental health issues, and developing personal intervention plans. And I put a video in there, but the video is long, so we're not going to watch the whole video because it's 9 minutes, and that's kind of.
That's impressive. You could pop it in there.
This is just one episode of a full series. If you would like instant access to this series, adults in the US, making it the most common mental health condition. It's highly treatable, yet only 1/3 of those suffering actually receive treatment. So we sat down with the leading expert on anxiety disorders, Dr. Rahman. She is one of the most sought after mental health professionals and definitely one of MedCircle's most favorite people to have on our channel here. Thank you for being here, Dr. Ramani, to talk to us about anxiety.
Thank you, Kyle. Thanks for having me. And it is always such a joy to be able to talk with MedCircle watchers and listeners about any form of mental illness or just how to cope with the stuff of life. And anxiety disorders actually is one of my favorites.
I have the privilege of sitting with you again and again and again, but even when I go back and watch our discussions, I learn something new.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing how intricate this topic is, but how easy you make it.
Well, I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
kind of wish my undergraduates felt the same.
Listen up, undergraduates.
So, yeah, but I mean, honestly, teaching all these years has been a place where I've been forced to really make these issues understandable for a wide variety of audiences and for my clients as well, and even their family members, to help them understand this territory. I think that the worst thing we can do is take mental health information and make it confusing for people. By making it as clear as possible, we really are doing a tremendous service to both families, friends, people living with mental illness, anybody who works with folks in this area.
Absolutely. Now, some people might be meeting you for the first time. So what makes you an expert on the topic of anxiety?
Now, I have 2 private practices here in Los Angeles, and I see such a wide range of clients. And I will say that anxiety is the one theme that cuts across all of them. I don't care if a client's coming in with depression, with a substance use issue, with relationship problems, with school problems, you name it. In all of these patterns, anxiety becomes a core issue, whether it's an issue that's on the side that's making things worse. Sometimes it gurgles up to being the key issue that they're bringing in. But I've never worked with a client where anxiety wasn't a key part of it and where we didn't have to work on it. Like, that's just how it is. In fact, it's the first topic I teach in my abnormal psych class, because from there, everything builds up. There's not a single mental illness out there for which anxiety is not a key piece. Really, the only one where it's not is psychopathy. The person who's a psychopath, they feel no anxiety. Otherwise, it's anxiety all the time.
So would it be fair to say that
Yeah, she just basically goes on talking about how anxiety is within everybody to a certain extent, and like she goes in deeper, farther in the video, describing more of how it affects a person severely. So yeah, I'm not gonna make y'all sit for 9 minutes. Of shit. And then on my next slide is ways to intervene. Like, so if somebody has anxiety and you're around them, something you can do is just listen to them, because maybe it's something that's all in their head, or they're about to self-sabotage in a situation because they're overthinking. So that makes them anxious. So you can listen to them. You can offer resources, because sometimes you don't know, it's out of your control. That's all you can do. It's like, well, I know this, that, and the third, so you can pass that information along. And then if they're having a panic attack, speak to them real calm. Tell them to take deep and slow breaths to help them through it. And yeah, make them count or do something out loud to push them through. So yeah. Any questions? No? Perfect. Hey.
I have a question. Like, I'm like, she look-
Questions, concerns, all of it?
We're not doing it. Y'all want to do questions?
We can. Who else is presenting? You are.
You know, I said,
Thursday.
Yeah, I said that. I
And
keep
then-
pushing it.
I just had to get out the way. I was like, oh my God.
Y'all don't come on.
Anybody else?
Tell everybody
You already
no
went.
flag.
You already
I
went.
had this much time.
You're like, if I could have taken 5 weeks to get it together, man.
He really said we was doing.
Cheryl, do you want me to like put you in the email or just CC
Either way, because she may need me to pick them up wherever she is on the way up here and drive them on to you. That would be my guess. Does she actually have them?
you? She said she did, like,
Okay.
so.
I will warn you, I emailed her a few days ago and she hasn't replied. So I know that's not what you want to hear. I'm just trying to be transparent.
I'm glad I called them at first, but hopefully she still has her.
Because otherwise you got to pay a bunch of money to get a new key made, right?
Yes, and my roommate lost hers a month ago, so we just got new keys.
Do you just leave your room unlocked? Oh, they like reset the whole key chain?
Oh, yeah, if a resident moves, you have to replace both keys, because that's a safety hazard.
How much is that?
125.
I thought it was like 500.
It's 125 for your keys.
And the lock?
I don't know if they include the lock in it, but I know it's 125 for the keys.
Damn, dude. Okay.
Definitely give that back.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. They're freaking kind of annoying, right?
Yeah.
Are any of you in research or policy right now? Yeah. It's the half.
Do you have my, you know, grab my echo down, my eco down?
I hope so.
Because I've been submitted, but like I went and refreshed my screen and said nothing to submit, like nothing. And I was like, oh,
Let me look.
and I submitted them when they were first due, so I just wanted to make sure because I want to look at my accounts, no zeros.
I know I haven't even, sometimes I have it set to automatic 0 when you guys pass the date, but I don't think it's even set to that right now.
It's not. It's just I don't have no grades, like nothing in my thing is graded.
That's why sometimes setting it to automatic 0, even though it freaks you guys out, is probably better to do, isn't it?
No, that makes it worse because when teachers don't grade stuff all the time, and we go talk to our advisor, they're like, why do you have an F? Or why is this? And I'd be like, it's not really my fault, technically.
Right. Let's see here. You would be halfway through like the letter M.
Yeah.
I remember looking at it. Sometimes I like open and
Because I remember submitting both of them, but when I looked on there, it said something is missing, and I was like, what is missing?
I don't see the eco map, but maybe I could click on the whole thing. I was trying to keep it open so you guys still could do it.
But I did it.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see the eco map. So if you're able to put that back in there, that would be awesome. That way. Have you guys watched Removed yet?
Removed?
Yeah.
It's a movie.
It is kind of a documentary.
I'm not a huge fan of documentaries, unless it's like true crime.
Really?
Yeah.
This one is good because there's 3 or 4 of them now. So, have you guys seen this?
No, I never heard of it.
So this is kind of the age that we're on now, as we do all the way up till middle childhood in this class. Do you want to start with the one that has 2 parts? It has 12 and 22 minutes, or the one that has just one 21-minute part? And now there's removed 4.
What is it about?
It is mostly about the foster care system.
Oh, okay.
They're well done. That's why, and as we dig into trauma-informed care and how you develop and stuff like that.
Also, it's like about a different person each time.
Yes, but these 2 have the same one. It's parts 1 and 2 have the same person. For some reason, I think, wow, they're all so good. All right, we'll do this one like you said. You can even turn off the lights if that's better. It's kind of sad. They actually make you kind of cry. He's just chilling in his mom's pickup truck. Social worker finds her here.
I never wanted you to have my life.
There's a boy here.
Yes, are you the boy's mother?
Yes.
Okay, he's completely safe. So you don't have to worry about him. He's been put into protective custody.
Protect us for what?
I love you. Isn't that enough?
I hate when they do commercials in the middle of it. All right, there we go. Tell me if it's loud enough or too loud. Is that okay?
Be back. It's gonna be quick.
Mom might be hooked on drugs.
Okay? No. Yes. No. I want you to come back. Kenny.
I promise you have my sweater. Okay? I promise I'll it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Kevin, 5 minutes. Okay? 5 minutes. I love you. Okay?
Are you still there? I'm not gonna see him today. Well, we received a phone call from the police.
I was gone for 5 minutes. What are you talking about?
I understand. He is safe. Is there anyone that we can call? His father, any family? You will be able to see him, just not right now.
Well, you'll see that piece of paper later on in the movie.
Hello? Yes, this is
Can I tell you what I honestly think?
she. Yes.
I think it is a terrible idea.
Yes. Yes, I see.
You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. A bunch of big guys like you. Picking out poor little orphan like this.
Thank you for coming in. Last month.
Nice to meet you.
So, that's Kenny.
Okay. So, I don't understand. There's no one else.
So we asked the mother who she knows. She specifically requested him.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey buddy. What's your name? I'm Kathy. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you back. So we will go ahead and do a background check.
Okay.
As well as a home check. And eventually definitely we'll do some process so that you're more comfortable with the process.
And if we say no, what happens to him now?
If you say no, he will go to court.
Okay.
But again, the goal is to
Come on, Dumbo.
Okay, go back.
So it's flashing back to when he was with his mom.
I tried. Sorry, Mommy. Just one last time. Oh, come on. Come on. Don't worry, I'll be back. It's gonna be quick, okay? I promise. Yes. No, it'll be there tomorrow.
So you have my sweater.
That's California. lot of mountains. When they placed him in this home, you could do that as a social worker.
Morning, Debbie. Thank you.
Hi, Kat.
How are
you? Homework's nice, right?
You like pancakes?
Yeah. I just think about it. I just want our loyalty.
You know, she's crying. Sometimes it's okay to be nice, you know, just you can just ask her nicely about this.
I think that it was some of the boys in my class who were, I think it was I say, and
I think your parents are gonna love him. Such a sweet kid.
I'm gonna take the morning.
Come on. He's just a little child, not a convict.
I'm not saying he's a convict, he's not just a child. We don't know where he comes from, we don't know anything about him. We don't know what it means for kids. I just don't want you to get too attached. Just about there. Hey guys. You bring that in here. You bring it to the
It takes a while for like a foster kid to adjust into a home. So like imagine you just got your biological family and they take this guy in and they all have to adjust and create a new pecking order.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, can you come on back, please? Just 1 minute. Please do. Please do. Cheetahs are really, I think they're the fastest.
That's what I like cheetahs. That's what we're eating.
You got it? Okay, you got it. Come on. Okay. Let's get this one. Please.
His mom gave him that sweatshirt too, so he's probably reacting.
Oh, I remember watching this last year.
Okay, I figured. That's why I was asking.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
So that was probably the last thing you had that reminded him of his mom. And her smell if he washes it.
Oh. Like, right out of here. What's in? Right over here. Nothing. Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, we got this airplane together.
You got the airplane?
Yeah.
Oh man, how cool. Okay.
So he's getting visits with his mom now. And she's pregnant.
Oh, good boy.
I miss you so much. Okay. When you were born, just looked at me with those bright brown eyes. And I just knew you would love me and protect me through my forever.
Doug.
So it looks like that might have been a domestic violence situation with the dad flipping the shit there and acting a fool. So maybe that's what mom was getting away from, coping with drugs possibly. So now he's placed with them. They're shopping.
Hey, you know,
Stop! You're not my dad! Stop hurting me!
Still kind of acting traumatized, really.
Little boy. He's so dead. James. They let me have you.
So mom gets sober. That's probably what they're waiting on. A recovery program for reunification.
Are you still there? What? What's Papa's compass? It was really special to Daddy. It's a compass. Something that helps you not get lost. Oh.
He found a compass.
Did you find this?
Social workers always have a freeze. You didn't notice that?
Hey, oh my goodness, look at it's raining outside. Hey, buddy, your mom is so excited to see you. She's been working so hard, going to all our meetings. She has a new place to live. She can't wait to have you back home. Are you excited to see her?
So he probably got attached to the place after living there.
Hey, buddy. You're right in here. Wanna come with me? Remember how I carried you like a kangaroo? Wanna do that again? Alright. Why don't I take this little guy here so we can get some rest?
Oh, this is where she gets the number if you watch closely.
Since the moment that you were born, you were a star. You just lit up the room. To remember it's changed. You just looked at me with those big, round, beautiful eyes. You take care of Mama.
What is this? Clean this up!
I just knew, I knew you would never leave me. That's right.
Do you want to know what I honestly think?
Yes.
Okay. I think it is a terrible idea.
Stay right here with us. With your giggles, your smiles, your laugh, your tears. And we love you. And you are a part of me. No one can take that. Remember that. And your time here is a big part of you. Don't ever let go of that, okay?
Did you find this? Wow, this was my dad's. Thought it was gone. He used it when he would go sailing. He loved boats and sailing, and he loved the ocean. And yeah. Do you know what this is? This is a compass. And what it does is basically, you see that arrow there? So whichever way you move it, that arrow points north. And that helps you find your way. If you know which way north is, you can always find your way home.
They don't get me.
Every college student needs to have Grammarly in their life. If you didn't know, Grammarly is an AI writing partner that helps students with their writing from.
So Children's Services' main goal is to reconnect the family. But if it is unsafe, they're using drugs or things of that nature, sometimes you need a temporary placement. So that's a good example of one. do that one. Anybody want to work in foster care? Or heard of it? Like, have interest? Oh, yeah. Does she show these?
We just look at PowerPoint.
Oh, that's boring. I like these way better. Can you handle what?
Interview, like when you're interviewing the kids about.
The Kelly case?
Yeah,
That's what our friend.
Oh, well, these will be good for her. Can you handle 12 more minutes? I'll get you out 17 minutes early. We'll watch part one of it. This one's good. This one makes you cry. Do you remember this one? You might not. This one's deep. Another domestic violence situation.
Sometimes someone hurts you so bad. It stops hurting at all. Until something makes you feel good. And then it all comes back. Every word. Every hurt. Every moment. How could you ever understand where I come from? Even if you ask, even if you listen, you do not really hear or see or feel. You don't remember my story. You haven't walked my path. You haven't seen what I've seen.
Seeking more
So
personalized
this one's
healthcare at
another
home.
domestic violence
At
situation.
caretenders, our
Oh,
nurses
no,
and
don't leave us
therapists
just
can help.
yet. All right. This one's a good one. She got a black eye on picture day.
My past defines me. This is who I am. I am unseen,
That's sad.
unheard, unwanted. That is what I am. If even I am anything.
The school probably called the cops.
It seemed like the same thing that held me up forced me down. The world turned upside down and order disappeared. Nothing was how it was supposed to be. And a heavy sadness filled my soul. Deeper and deeper I fell within myself. And nothing could draw me out. Trapped in the misery of my life. Lost in the sorrow of my soul. Unable to see the light. Unable to see the dawn. To feel. To hope. To dream.
Hello. So this is her first placement, and again, she's kind of acting traumatized, like the last video where the guy was semi-traumatized.
And I found the darkest days of my life kept coming. The blackest nights for my soul never stopped. It seemed like it was always nighttime and nightmares, and never morning. And maybe you wonder why, but mostly you try not to think about it, and try to get by, and try to survive. And all the other stuff seems so much like nothing, compared to just wanting the most important things back again. Like wishing you could see your mama's smile again, and hear her sing that one favorite song that always calmed you down when things were all messed up. Or if you couldn't have her back, at least get to take care of your baby brother. Cause you know he needs you. He's gonna be so scared all alone. And who's gonna hold his hand and whisper it'll be alright to him? And who will whisper it to me?
So good to have you here. Are you ready to come in?
I know I am helpless, dependent, desperate. But what happens when those you need the most threaten your very existence? I've heard plenty of promises, and they all sound the same. But push hard enough, and sooner or later, they all prove to be empty. The sun comes up every morning, but do you know where? Each place it's somewhere different. It's hard to find east when you keep moving around, but at least it comes. It always comes. I've come to depend on that.
Yeah, so let me tell you what had went down.
She's acting a little traumatized
barbershop, bro.
and got placed in her second foster home here.
And slowly seasons changed around me. And it seemed this time that maybe the world would not be pulled out from under me again. Feet safe, roots starting to grow. Little buds of hope forming. Slowly attempting to trust this new life.
Okay. Come on over. Let me show you what I got for you. It's your gift.
So she had a flashback memory to that domestic violence scene with her parents. Kind of reacts.
That one day, maybe I'll feel normal. And I won't always be alone. That I'll have a mommy who will hug me and be strong for me. Because maybe I can't do it all by myself.
She thinks she's moving foster homes again. Packs her shit up.
This, my past, my history, my story, is not my fault. It's not because of me. It doesn't have to be what defines my future. I am lovable. I am worthy of care. And that glimmer of light, it makes all the difference. The glimmers of light give me hope that someday my summer will come.
What's that? I know they brought her brother, so in part 2 you see a bit more about that. But family reunification. First off, a lot on trauma. I know I've started this with you guys, but just like clearly she experienced a trauma getting placed 2 times. When you lose a sibling, I don't know if you guys have any siblings, but like imagine that age losing them. It makes you want to cry. And the stuff that foster homes go through, it's, it's tough. So on top of that, the development that we're going through in the book from Ashford, at that age, all the stuff, they're forming bonds, they're forming connections, they're forming attachment. So like she didn't have so much of a secure attachment with mom or dad, and now she has to create that with a foster parent. I know some of you are presenting Thursday, but we'll get into some of the early childhood and the things that you're mastering and learning, and then you've got to go to school, and then it's picture day, and she had a black eye. So part 2 gets into a bit more of that stuff, and we'll watch that one on Thursday also, because it's only 20 minutes. Any questions? You guys need me to open your assignments you've done with your social work applications yet? Turn them in, no matter if you finish them classes or not. Just put like TBD, or if you need a reference from me or Dr. Nikita, just turn them in and we'll set up times to interview by next semester. Don't be scared. No questions? Do you want to do it? You guys, we got 15 minutes. I know I promised you I'd finish early, but come on up and plug in your computer. We like to hear presentations. I do.
I mean, it's our class now, so I gotta do it.
Right. Does it plug in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Where
you got
I
a
plug
cord
it in?
right here. This cord.
There's no classes on Thursday?
What are they doing?
We
She's like, please no more classes. Please no more classes.
never had any national holidays. And I don't get the point because our break is still the same length. Everybody gets a fall break, we don't.
Oh, because they added to Thanksgiving now.
Oh my god.
I used to like
Okay,
when we
nobody-
had Tuesday and Thursday for
Wait, what
Thanksgiving.
happened?
Let me try this one.
Yes, Mia, woo!
You guys like having a whole week off for Thanksgiving? I actually don't.
We need at least two. No food, I think two. But wait, we can't reduce it if we put it in 2 weeks.
It always
then
does
it's not
this.
on the bus time back until next week. Shit, for real.
When is Thanksgiving break?
It's the last week or two of Thanksgiving, right? Like of November. Did you turn it in also? Because if so, I could try my computer. If you turned it in, let's try this one.
I just turned
Okay, that's fine.
it. So shoot.
Is that working? This is what it did to me and Dr.
Do for
Oh yeah,
sure.
what was your favorite part about the weekend that you guys liked?
The food.
I know the food was
That last
ridiculous. She needs a lot of money to do
That
that.
soul food, that macaroni.
Dude, I took so many leftovers.
I took some. I literally just finished mine last night.
Yes.
The day before.
That food.
I took so many leftovers, it was ridiculous.
No,
'Cause I
I
was-
think my favorite part was when I went to the pool by myself.
Oh, do they have a pool? Okay. I didn't
That
realize
part.
that. Where was that?
It was it was on the end of the first floor. I mean, into the lobby.
Okay.
She had a gym too.
So you guys did you turn in right here probably?
Yeah.
And then how did you spell your last name?
Crosby.
Hey, see, look, first one. Boom. There it is. Do you want to do it this way or download it? Either way is fine. I don't have a preference. Sometimes people have special effects on their presentation.
Oh, I don't got no special.
I'm not
I
crafty
don't know
like
how to
that.
do all that.
I didn't even know how to do PowerPoint when I was in graduate school. There we go. This is a good one, BPD. Okay. And then play. Just hit play. Does that work?
Yeah.
Boom.
So I'm doing borderline personality disorder, which is also known as BPD.
BPD.
What is it? So borderline personality disorder, which is also known as BPD, is a common mental health disorder that affects the way you think about yourself and others. With BPD, it's harder for a person to manage their emotions, and so they act impulsively. People with borderline personality disorder may experience intense mood swings and feel uncertainty about how they see themselves. Their feelings for others can change quickly and swing from extreme closeness to extreme dislike. These changing feelings can lead to unstable relationships and emotional pain. So yeah, sad, really sad.
It is.
Yeah.
They're like-
Diagnosis. A licensed mental health professional, such as a psychiatrist, psychologist, or clinical social worker, can diagnose a person with borderline personality disorder. In order to diagnose a person, the professional needs to thoroughly evaluate their symptoms, experiences, and family medical history. This disorder is usually diagnosed in late adolescence or early adulthood. Symptoms include fear of abandonment, unstable and intense personal relationships, anger control difficulties, impulsivity, self-harm, intense fear of being alone, feelings of emptiness and boredom. In the social work involvement,
Social workers can provide care and understanding to individuals with BPD experiences. They can also use their skills to help with improving relationships, daily life, and work. Social workers can also assist with positive behavior support strategies for patients struggling with BPD. Treatment for borderline personality disorders include medication, self-care, therapy, and mental health programs. And a side note, my friend has BPD, and I'm just mainly like a support system for her. So that could really include as one of your interventions, a big support system. So here's the video.
Oh, is this a video?
Yeah, you could just.
Does
click
it
the link.
work? Is it, hey, they usually don't work. They're like, nope. Sweet. It worked.
Hey Psych2Goers, welcome back to another video. Thank you all so much for the love and support you've given us. It enables us to present you with continued insight on everyday psychology. So, let's begin.
Oh, crap.
Personality disorders come in many different forms and affect people differently. Borderline personality disorder is a specific condition that primarily affects self-perception and relationships. People with the condition typically experience intense emotional instability that deeply impacts everyday life. Please be advised that this is strictly for informative purposes. Do not self-diagnose and do not use this to diagnose or stigmatize others. Please speak with a healthcare provider or a mental health professional for medical or mental health advice in case you relate to any of the points mentioned. To better understand this condition, we'll be discussing 9 things about BPD that you need to know. Number 1, fear of abandonment. People with BPD often experience an intense sensitivity to abandonment. They may feel that the people around them are growing distant, regardless of the truth. They view small changes in behavior as a sign that their partner or friend is growing distant. They resort to clingy behavior in an effort to keep the person from leaving. 2, persistent and wide mood swings. BPD is exhausting. People with the condition often experience intense mood swings that can last hours to days. Moods vary from extreme happiness to sadness and irritability, and may happen within the same day. These moods can be triggered rather easily, as typically people with BPD are sensitive. In some cases, they become violent. However, in other cases, they keep that intense anger bottled up, causing more psychological harm. Number 3, paranoid thinking. Has paranoia become your nemesis? BPD can cause a person to become paranoid and may perhaps lose contact with reality for small periods of time. They feel that people are trying to work against them and fear others' intentions. They may act out on these hunches and cut contact with others to protect themselves. High levels of stress may cause someone to disassociate with themselves, and in more severe cases can cause a psychotic episode. 4, emptiness. Have you ever felt that your life lacks meaning? Most people at some point in life experience such an emotion due to difficult times. People with BPD, however, may feel chronically empty all the time. They feel stuck in a dark tunnel of emotional numbness or despair. These are difficult feelings and they may not know how to handle them. In some cases, they may struggle with self-image and accepting who they are. This, along with fears of abandonment and mood swings, may cause a person to feel empty. This feeling can be dangerous and contributes to other problems such as addiction. 5, impulsivity. Are spending sprees on unnecessary items and binge eating a part of your routine? Do others lament your extra recklessness? BPD can also cause a person to experience intense happiness, so they may indulge in a range of impulsive activities. In this, BPD parallels bipolar disorder and is often misdiagnosed as such. When these behaviors occur only during phases of elevated mood, they may be signs of a mood disorder, not borderline personality disorder. 6, splitting. Are you familiar with the black and white thinking phenomenon? It's the act of being only able to think at the extremes with no regard to a middle ground. Splitting is another term for black and white thinking. People with BPD flip-flop from one extreme emotion to another. For instance, someone may feel an intense love and admiration for a person in their life at one moment, yet if they feel that the person wronged them, those warm, fuzzy feelings may turn into bitter hatred and resentment. This makes the relationships highly unstable. Even minute inconveniences and misunderstandings can flare these extreme emotions. 7, trust issues. Do you overanalyze situations and feel you're being slighted in every situation? People with BPD do so despite the thoughts being completely irrational. They may find it hard to trust others for no reason at all. They feel that they understand others' intentions, but they're always way off. They may also think that another person is cruel to them over a small inconvenience. 8. Risk factors for development can be environmental and/or inherited. Developing BPD depends on a few different variables. In some cases, genetics is responsible if a relative has the disorder. In other cases, people who experience highly traumatic events may develop the disorder. Experiences such as separation from someone at a young age to childhood abuse and violence are also influences. Generally, a person begins to show signs of BPD in early adulthood. And 9, change in interest and values. How often do you feel at odds with yourself? Does it also permeate to those around you? A person with BPD may have polarizing views on themselves and others. Similar to splitting, they may feel night and day differences on various topics, especially relating to self. For instance, a person may feel that they have no value to anyone at one moment, but feel the opposite in another. Their interests, values, and relationships are very unstable and lack consistency. BPD is a complex and stigmatized condition. It's important to know that people struggling with BPD are not necessarily bad people. Rather, they're people in need of support. BPD comes with a lot of emotional impulsivity and instability, so it's important to reach out if you feel that you're struggling. What are your thoughts about how the condition affects people? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button and share it with someone who might benefit from it too. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
Any questions?
So yeah, that BPD.
Yes. Awesome. See, we still finished 2 minutes early. I promised early.
Who?
I do, yeah.
She's the one who has mine.
Oh, that's good.
Who, Mark?
Is that who that is?
We got a meeting at 4.
Markeisha Anderson? Is that her name?
She went on a trip?
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
No.
Yeah, she was on the trip.
That's I don't
Keisha.
think Mark went, though.
She's on SGN.
She probably is.
Here, let me show you a picture of her.
I
Like
don't know
she,
if that's her real name or not.
I think she dates Kimira.
Is this Mark?
Oh no, her name is Markeisha.
Oh, Markeisha. Oh, you talking about the RA and the RA from 2? She used to be an RA in the 2.
But that's maybe Kimira, and then,
I know who you're talking about.
but her email is M Anderson, like